Well, hello to you, and how is everybody doing today? What is this I'm showing you? Well, exactly what that is, it's a motion sensor, and it's from a company called Homeseer. I bought two of them, and I'm going to show you in a moment why. So, this is a Z-Wave motion sensor. Right now, I only have one Z-Wave product, but if you've watched my other videos, you'll know that my IKEA Zigbee try did not work, and the switch I got um, from IKEA did not work in Matter to do the automation. So let's see what I'm going to do. So the situation is I have this door that goes to my basement, and when I open the door, it's extremely dark down there. And over here is the light switch. However, I have all the lights turned on in a special way downstairs. So you could see here, I now use NFC tags to turn the lights on and off. So the light switch is always in the on position. And I'm going to show you just a little bit more as dark as it's going to be. Okay, so how's this going to work? That's how I currently turn the lights on using the NFC tag that I made. So I need them when I open that door to turn on all these lights. That's great. And then when I come down, if I'm going to stay down and watch TV, I want the lights to stay on. So that means I need to put a second sensor down here for any motion whatsoever that keeps the lights on. If not, I'm going to have them shut off in maybe 15 or 20 minutes. I'm not sure which. And I also have an automation for the TV. You see how bright those lights are. So the automation I put on Home Assistant is, how's that? So when you turn the TV on, that's what happens. And when I turn them off on the remote, so I have a media center that I have set up on Home Assistant. So I have two of those sensors, and come along with me as we set up these Z-Wave sensors. Let me just show you a bit of this Homeseer again. So again, it's rather small, as you can see here, and it's got a base, and it's magnetic. So you can kind of move that around. We're going to do a little bit of that. So let me open it up. This was very, very difficult to open, so I will tell you that. Let me put some light over here for you. So inside it did come with a lithium battery for recharging. Right here is the button for reset or to pair. And right here, you cannot see it, is a piece of clear plastic. We're going to take that off and let the battery work. And I did. So now all that's set. All right, assuming you could see a good part of the screen, I'll zoom in a little bit more for you here. So I'm now going to go to Devices and Services, and this is a Z-Wave product. So I'm going to click over here on Z-Wave, and I'm going to add a device. And again, I haven't looked through the directions. They actually weren't all that good. So I'm going to go ahead and press this button here, right here, that I know you can't see because it's too dark. But anyway, let me go ahead and do that. And on the front, there's a blue button blinking. I'm going to add a device. Okay, so let's go ahead and set this up and pair it. So I am going to press the pairing button on the back, and it is blinking blue. And I don't think it blinks blue for long. Scan QR code with webcam. The webcam came on. You could see me there. So let's go ahead and scan it and see if it works. I'm going to try to enter the QR code manually. Okay, I'm doing it on my phone, so I'm currently on Add Device, name, and it shows it's a motion sensor. I'm going to put this in the basement, and I'm telling it now to go ahead and add the device. Turn on this device. This device is currently being interviewed and may not be fully operational, is what it says. Alexa has automatically found it and connected. I think that's good. So here's my Z-Wave screen. And as you can see, there it is right there, the Z-Wave Plus motion sensor. So it has found it. It is on there. So I do want to tell you it was much, much easier doing it on my phone than anything else. So it's on there, and I'll show you how we come along in setting up this motion sensor to turn on the lights, leave them on while we're watching TV, but then shut them off when no one's here. All right, I have set up the first motion sensor. So before I get any further, let's test it together. So I'm going to open this door, and the sensor is to the lower right, about the second or third step down. Let's see what happens. Door is open. I'm moving towards it. Bingo! Homeseer has come through for me. I'm going to hook up my second Homeseer. I do want to tell you that, again, I mentioned there's a lithium battery. You have to remove a piece of plastic there to turn that on. It has a USB connector, but it's a micro. So this is probably a rather old. Uh, Here's the box. I didn't do a box opening. There's not much in it, but it has a QR code. I'm going to see if that's what I need. So let's give this a try. Here we go. Here I am on Z-Wave. This is another Z-Wave product, and I'll be doing add a device in just a moment. I did notice that once I put it into pairing mode, it does not last long, so I'll need to be a little bit precise here. So here we go. All right, it has found it. I had to do it to search for it. The QR code didn't work. And then once it did find it, I just had to input the 5-digit code that was actually inside the unit. So here it is found. We are in the very dark TV room because we're getting ready to watch a movie. But straight ahead, you can see the second Homeseer motion sensor. Now, the way that's going to work is pretty simple. The automation says that both the sensors must be clear. In other words, no detections for 15 minutes, and then it will shut off. But if there's any detection on either one, then the lights will stay on. So I think it'll work just fine. Everything is set. Homeseer seems to be working really well so far. I don't know if you saw that blue light. That was it detecting me.